Deportation. It signifies an official order for a non-citizen to leave a country. In Germany, deportation is a complex and debated aspect of immigration policy. It represents the state's authority to control its borders. This process is governed by laws and regulations. Understanding deportation is crucial for grasping migration and integration challenges in Germany. The implications for individuals are profound, often involving separation from established lives. Each deportation case touches upon national sovereignty, human rights, and state responsibilities. Public discourse oscillates between calls for stricter enforcement and humanitarian concerns. For the person receiving a deportation order, it means an end to their current life in Germany. This could involve leaving behind a job, a home, friends, and sometimes even close family members. The emotional and psychological toll can be immense. The deportation process in Germany is a structured, multi-stage affair. It begins when authorities determine that a foreign national no longer has the legal right to remain. This determination often follows a period of legal review. The initial step involves a formal notification to the individual. Once all legal remedies are exhausted, a deportation order may be issued. Individuals are usually given a period to depart voluntarily. Support programs sometimes exist to facilitate voluntary return. If an individual does not leave voluntarily, enforced deportation can be initiated. This involves state authorities ensuring the person's removal. Detention prior to deportation can occur if there is a risk of absconding. Throughout this process, individuals have certain legal rights. They can appeal decisions, though the chances of success diminish as the process advances. The involvement of lawyers, NGOs, and support groups is crucial. There are several primary reasons why a non-citizen might face deportation from Germany. These reasons are rooted in the country's legal framework and policies designed to maintain order and security. Rejected asylum applications are a widely discussed reason. When individuals seek asylum, they undergo a rigorous process to determine their eligibility for protection under German law. If the application is definitively rejected, the person is generally obligated to leave the country. This is because their claim for asylum has been found unsubstantiated, and they no longer have a legal basis to remain. Failure to do so can lead to a deportation order. This order is a formal directive that mandates the individual's removal from Germany. Another reason is overstaying a visa or residing without a valid permit. Visas and residence permits have specific durations, and staying beyond these limits is a violation of immigration laws. Regardless of intent, remaining without legal authorization makes an individual liable for deportation. This applies even if the overstay was unintentional or due to unforeseen circumstances. Criminal involvement is a significant ground for deportation. Engaging in criminal activities not only breaks the law but also jeopardizes public safety. Serious crimes can lead to deportation regardless of residency status. This includes offenses such as drug trafficking, violent crimes, and other serious felonies. Public security concerns weigh heavily in these decisions. Authorities prioritize the safety and well-being of the general population. Individuals may also face deportation if deemed a threat to national security or public order. This can include activities that are seen as destabilizing or harmful to the state. This can relate to involvement in extremist groups or activities undermining the democratic order. Germany has strict laws against extremism and terrorism. These cases are often highly scrutinized and may involve intelligence assessments. Authorities use various methods to evaluate the potential threat posed by individuals. The right to reside in Germany is conditional. It depends on adherence to the country's laws and regulations. Actions that contravene German law or endanger society can lead to deportation. This serves as a deterrent and ensures that those who live in Germany do so in accordance with its legal and social norms. Deportations in numbers, statistics, and evolving trends. The number of deportations carried out by Germany fluctuates from year to year. These fluctuations are not random but are influenced by a variety of factors that can change over time. These figures are influenced by changes in government policy, the geopolitical landscape, and administrative capacities. For instance, a shift in the political climate can lead to stricter or more lenient immigration policies, directly affecting deportation numbers. Political changes within Germany can significantly impact deportation trends. When a new government comes into power, it may prioritize different aspects of immigration policy, leading to either an increase or decrease in deportations. Legislative amendments can alter the legal framework. New laws can make it easier or harder to deport individuals, depending on the political and social climate at the time. Public debate and pressure from interest groups shape political will. Activists and advocacy groups can influence public opinion and, consequently, the decisions made by policymakers. Global events also impact deportation statistics. International crises such as wars or natural disasters can lead to temporary halts in deportations as countries focus on humanitarian aid. The COVID-19 pandemic led to a significant decrease in deportations. Travel restrictions and health concerns made it difficult to carry out deportations, resulting in a temporary drop in numbers. Conflicts or humanitarian crises can lead to temporary halts on deportations. During such times, the focus shifts to providing aid and support rather than enforcing deportation orders. It is important to distinguish between the number of people ordered to leave and the number of actual deportations. Not everyone who is ordered to leave the country is actually deported. Many individuals who are obligated to leave cannot be deported for various reasons. These reasons can range from legal challenges to practical issues like the lack of travel documents. These include missing travel documents, refusal of a home country to accept them, health issues, or ongoing legal appeals. Each of these factors can delay or prevent deportation. This enforcement deficit is a persistent challenge for German authorities. The gap between the number of deportation orders and actual deportations highlights the complexities involved in the process. It highlights the practical limitations of the deportation system. Despite the best efforts of authorities, various obstacles can impede the execution of deportation orders, making it a challenging task. The human element, controversies, and complex dilemmas. Deportations are deeply intertwined with human lives and often fraught with controversy. Behind every deportation statistic is a personal story. Human interest stories bring the stark realities of deportation to public attention. These narratives can showcase individuals integrated into their communities facing removal. Legal appeals form a significant part of the deportation landscape. Individuals have the right to challenge the decision in court. The appeals process can be lengthy and complex. This creates uncertainty and can strain resources. One of the most contentious issues is deportation to unsafe countries. German law prohibits deportation if there is a substantial risk of persecution or inhumane treatment. Assessing the safety of a country of origin is complex and politicized. Cases involving deportations to countries like Afghanistan or Syria spark intense debate. These situations force a difficult balancing act between upholding immigration law and humanitarian principles. Navigating the future Germany's deportation policy at a crossroads. As Germany stands at this pivotal moment, the decisions made now will have lasting impacts on its society and its role in the global community. Germany's deportation system is likely to remain a central aspect of its immigration policy. This system, which has been in place for decades, is now under intense scrutiny and debate. The pressures of global migration and internal political debates will shape its trajectory. With increasing numbers of people seeking refuge and better opportunities, Germany faces the challenge of balancing compassion with practicality. Potential reforms revolve around increasing the efficiency of the asylum and deportation process. Streamlining these processes could help reduce the backlog and ensure that decisions are made more swiftly and fairly. There are calls to streamline procedures and improve cooperation with countries of origin. Enhanced diplomatic efforts could facilitate smoother repatriation processes and better support for returnees. Public opinion on deportations is often divided. While some citizens demand stricter enforcement to maintain order and security, others call for a more humane approach that respects the dignity and rights of migrants. Some advocate for stricter enforcement, while others emphasize humanitarian concerns. This dichotomy reflects the broader societal debate on how to handle immigration in a way that aligns with Germany's values. Potential reforms might focus on strengthening pathways for legal migration and improving integration measures. By providing better support for migrants to learn the language and gain employment, Germany can help newcomers become productive members of society. Reforming the status of tolerated stay is another area of potential change. This could involve creating clearer guidelines and more stable conditions for those who cannot be deported but are not granted full asylum. The future of Germany's deportation system will depend on legal adjustments, political will, and societal values. Lawmakers must navigate complex legal frameworks while considering the ethical implications of their decisions. Finding a sustainable and humane approach remains a significant challenge. Balancing security concerns with the need to protect human rights is a delicate task that requires careful consideration and collaboration. Germany will likely continue to seek a path that navigates these competing demands. The government's approach will need to be both pragmatic and compassionate, ensuring that policies are effective and just. The conversation is far from over. As new developments arise and public opinion evolves, Germany's deportation policy will continue to be a topic of intense discussion and analysis. Its outcomes will shape the lives of many. The decisions made today will determine the future for countless individuals seeking a new life in Germany, and will define the nation's identity in the years to come.